So sometimes when your shoulder is really angry or it hurts to move it a lot, we still need to do some strengthening with it. But the more you move it, the more angry it can get. And so what we're going to do are a basis of exercises for the rotator cuff, but we're going to do it in an isometric way, which means we're not really moving, but we're still strengthening. So to get more resistance, what you do is just increase your resistance on the band. We're going to use a band. You want to put the band about waist height, and what you can do is wrap it around the doorknob and then shut the door, and that way it won't come back and get you. Another part of this is making sure that you're in a good position. So this is kind of my resting position that feels really good on my shoulder. If I bring it in, it doesn't feel too good. It's just off a little bit, but you see there's a little space between me and my elbow here on my right arm. So what I'm going to do is just take a tennis ball, and I might have to go up a little bit further up than my elbow. And if I put it right there between my body and my arm, it puts myself in that little 5-10 degree angle there. And then what I'm going to do is bend my elbow to 90 degrees. My thumb is going to be pointed up, and I'm holding the band, and I'm just literally going to walk the opposite way. But I don't want my arm to move. So if my arm starts to go out or I have to pull it in, that's actually an active motion. And sometimes that can cause some popping, pain, or clicking in the arm. If it's too much resistance, what you're going to find is that you're going to find your shoulders starting to gravitate up. So we want to have our shoulders down in a good resting position. This is also about that shoulder blade being able to keep its position and not move as the body moves. So the only thing moving are your feet here, and we're stretching the band. So to start off, you're getting your shoulder blade in a nice, good back and down position. Elbow at 90 degrees. We don't want to extend it any more than that. And then I'm just stepping away from where the band's located. If you find that good spot, you can literally do a middle school dance where we just kind of lean from one way to the other. And what I feel is the muscles, my biceps is kicking in and my inner arm is kicking in. And then my shoulder blade muscles are also kicking in some, so that my shoulder blade doesn't want to migrate as I go as well. Now I'm going to show you from the opposite side. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to turn and face this direction here. Now the band is still attached to the same way. So this time what I'm doing is going to feel a different set of muscles. So it's going to be more of this exercise. So I'm going to use the outside muscles a little bit more. Again, my shoulder blade's back and down in a good position. My thumb is going to be pointed up. And all I'm going to do is get some resistance and kind of step away from it and back. I'm making sure that my resistance is a good amount so that I don't pop up with my shoulder. And I'm feeling my shoulder blade muscles kick in. And on this one, the more I do, I almost feel a little muscle burn starting. But what I'm feeling is that muscles aren't burn coming down the outside of my arm here. And that's my rotator cuff kicking in. So with this one, remember, there's no active motion. Shoulder blade doesn't move, the arm doesn't move, elbows at 90 degrees, and we're keeping that nice and straight, nice and tight and strong as the body moves to give us resistance with the band.